kickoff here in Music City. This is Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, a good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
He'll step up and run this. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down. 18. That's good for a Titans.
This is great awareness back, manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
Ward, out quickly, it's Ridley. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second down at the 46-yard line.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only did the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. It's a gain, 10 yards. That's good for a Titan first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and once that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll step up and run.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere, allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. the gun. Moore. To the goal line and in. Bang! Jefferson. Touchdown, Tennessee. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Titans will take a 7-0 lead.
Titans 7, Colts nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Anthony Gould now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
And we see Daniel Jones take the field, and a bit of a polarizing player, Mike, not necessarily just in New York, but throughout the league, and there's just so much potential. There is so much talent. You think back to him coming out of college. He's big, he's strong, he can run, he can make every throw. And remember, only a couple years ago, he took this Giants team not only to the playoffs, but got a big road victory against Minnesota. So he's shown he can do it. He needs to bounce back from last year's injury and put together more consistent performances than he has of late. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. 3rd down and 3. Shotgun now for Jones. He gets this one complete to Pittman. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down, Colts.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down,
A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Indianapolis. Again, they'll throw with Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Jones to the air again. He takes off, and he'll take this one in. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Jim Deacon. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Play action. Ward. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jalen Jones there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Ward. Open right side is Okonkwo. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Ward gonna tap this one forward. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the Colts' 46-yard line.
2nd and 10. Throwing. Ward. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
The tackle by Jarvis Bromley. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Jones. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Roger McCreary in from the secondary, able to record the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He's got room past the 25. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. That is brought in, and he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis, and even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. Yeah! And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of even on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big
and he will score! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Schrader now on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Titans 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jim Radike now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Titans offense ready to get back to work. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Latu there to bring him down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw, it's Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 9 yards.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. On the return is Gould. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Throwing on first down is Jones. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
We are through 1. It's the Colts out to the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get forward for Puckett. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Jones keeping this one.
Jones on the keeper. Xavier Woods.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
A gain of 14. And the Colts first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. With Jarius Sneed in on the stop.
2nd down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Jones. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
No gain on the play.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Jones now on third and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indy. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Colts will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back at it.
Their own 26-yard line.
It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 4. It's Pollard. Whoa! He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
And the Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They bring the tight end in motion. Now, first down throw for Ward. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Complete to Tony Pollard. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. In motion, Okonkwo. He'll get this out wide, and they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yard. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
They'll run it, and it's Pollard. He's going to pick up a Titans 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
That's good.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes, and you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That's blocking. Downfield, he's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Tennessee Titan.
It's a big one for Tennessee.
1st and 10
And
at
even
the
30
17-yard
yards.
line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Tennessee field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Defenses always have to make a decision, like how do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
They go right back to Taylor. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. He is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Colts.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
Jones gonna hang on to it here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
First down.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
First and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw is Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break. They get a chance to double possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now, they'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And this defense trying to stiffen. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. He'll try to run for it, and he's into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Schrader now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Spencer Schrader.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll take over before the half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. That'll bring this to about the 25. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. Brings up second down.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll start with Taylor. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down, Colts.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Second and 1.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Throwing, Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Jones now on first down. And this one is caught by Pierce. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Again, it's Jones. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Jones throwing on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And that is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And now it's fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
His kick is good. And the Colts will extend their third quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Spencer Schrader.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Titans take over first.
The Titans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Shotgun snap for Wolf. To the left side, caught by Ridley. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Ward gonna keep it here on the zone read, and he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Taken down at the 41.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Ward. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Chick Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
You let this go. Deep for Jefferson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more core touchdowns.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Draymond Jones, he's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Jones. Take a shot down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Ward. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. And that'll set up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. the 35-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
19 yards. And the Colts first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. Throw on the run is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd down.
Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
The Colts about to kick this one away. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag backed by the kicker. It may very well give him new life.
Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action now. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He's going to look downfield once again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
42-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. In motion, Okonkwo. Back to throw is Ward. The second down throw is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Titans first down.
You can see that he wanted to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Now, first down throw for Ward. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to Van Jefferson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Pollard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Charvarius Ward on the tackle. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw, it's Ward. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
That's another Tennessee Titan.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and tipping him for a loss.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Now 3rd and 15.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long. Here's Ward. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Forced out wide. And he's in! Him light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Sly now for the point after. The kick is good, and the Titans are able to cut into the deficit.
Titans 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll try to sneak it here. He is going to have a Colts first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
That one complete to Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Indianapolis.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Taylor up first down and more. And he will finally be taken down, but not until he gets to the Colts' 16-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. with the former K-State product, DJ Giddens. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On third down, here's a run by Taylor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
So, on fourth down, Spencer Schrader is on for the Colts field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense ready for this next possession. It's a carry by Pollard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Brings up second down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Lockett headed in motion. Off play action, it's Ward. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Waste of time.
To throw is Ward. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
First and 10.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And it does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Ward. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
And while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. And once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it! And he's in! Alvin Ridley! Touchdown, Tennessee.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Titans are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Colts 34, Titans 24. Joey Sly to
Following
kick
the
off for
touchdown,
Tennessee.
here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Doolin. Ooh! And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's Jones to throw. Trying on left side and caught by Pittman. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
A gain of 7 and a Colts 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing now is Jones. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And and that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Ridley in motion. On 1st and 10, Ward. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Finding space at the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down for Tennessee.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Throwing again is Ward. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. The Titans will use the 1st of their timeouts. Again, it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
45-yard line.
Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Ward. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down. Ward to throw again. He'll step up, and this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Sly now for the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3 of field goals here in the 4th quarter. They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Give up the middle to Taylor. Crazy. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.